into draft. If everybody has got the link, then we are good to go. I have told the players to go, and we are just waiting for the bans here. Dinzbags on the blue side, coming in with the Silas ban. Casually Reformed in this first cycle of bans, guys. We're going to find out exactly what they want to do against that top lane. There's the Nautilus as well. Samira, very quick bans already. Renekton, and this is the last ban. Casually Reformed have the decision, and the hover and the
They
lock. Darius
they
is out.
they didn't ban Mordekaiser. How do
That's
you not
true.
ban Mordekaiser, Royal's Mordekaiser? We've seen this so often. If Royal gets Mordekaiser, he just wins the game.
It's
It's
not
like
good.
it's his passive. I don't know if that's a lack of foresight or a lack of planning on the side of Dinzbags, or if they just know something, or if they're very
Yeah.
confident in their mid laner, Seafarens, that he has a counter for it, but definitely not what we normally see against Casually Reformed. There it is, yeah, first pick.
There we go. Mordekaiser locked in Seafarens, like you say, confident that he can take that matchup. But the Bard as well was locked in. I really like the Bard, actually. Luminex super, super strong on it. And
Wow.
Kang, can you tell us a little bit about the jungle pick from Casually Reformed?
Yeah, I really like the Sejuani pick as long as it's in the jungle. And that's all I'm gonna say about that one.
We were talking off stream just before this about how Kang's top percentage win rate top laner is Sejuani. That's all, we'll just leave it right there at that.
Yeah, yeah.
We won't tell you what the win rate is. We'll just tell you it's his highest. There's Hecarim as the response to the likely jungle Sejuani, of course, as well as Rise for Seafarens in the mid lane. Now, Rise, I feel, doesn't do well early into Mordekaiser at all. So not only are they giving Royal his comfort pick, they're also giving him a winning early game.
Yeah, if there's someone to abuse, definitely it's going to be the Rise. Sorry, he doesn't have an escape, or not an easy one. He can like maybe root someone, but probably just slow them as they're into lane. And Sean has been known to hover around mid lane more often than not. He played Sejuani both games yesterday. He was hovering around mid lane, and the one where the second game where Royal was on the Mordekaiser, he was living in mid lane. So Rise is Rise definitely is going to be very volatile. It's going to be a lot on the side of Sean and on Royal to punish this early, because if Royal can get ahead, this game is in his hands.
Yeah. So now the Casually Reformed have a decision to make, Kang, and that is what to take into Bard, which is an aggressive and very effective pick on the support. And Luminex, their top-ranked player, very, very strong player here. What are you looking for in this bot lane from Casually Reformed?
Definitely looking for a couple things. I would like to see a lot of maybe perhaps hard engage. You see the Jhin and the Leona taken away. Those are champions that can definitely engage either onto the Bard when he's trying to look for a trade, or engage onto the AD carry when Bard's looking for his chimes or the roam's mid lane. Ashe is a pretty good pick here because, as I said, when you see an opportunity to punish the Bard, he is a pretty squishy champion early on without the Deadmans. So if you're able to get on top of it, there's not really much you can do. He is a fairly squishy champion in the early game. So if you're able to get the 2v2, where you're the ones engaging and not the ones getting bound to a wall or anything like that, I definitely think that it's beneficial to have some sort of engage. But yeah, Ashe is an excellent pick here.
Yeah, Casually Reformed actually drafting a lot of Teamfight and Engage with the Sejuanian set as well, but they are still looking for a support, and I've noticed that the Pantheon has been left up, and that seems like it might be able to slot nicely. Speaking of being able to engage and getting on the squishy Bard early on, I would be interested to see if an Ashe Pantheon lane is something Casually Reformed thinks could work down there, but Kai'Sa is the pick. And that's going to be Dinz on Kai'Sa with the Bard down there. So they're really looking for that high damage kind of team fight, late skirmish style late game presence there out of the Kai'Sa. Not going to be super effective if CR do draft some sort of early game support. But we do also see the Shen coming in. That's going to match up against the Set in the top lane. And here's the Lulu. So actually a little bit more protective. But Stefano, now that you've seen these, what are your first impressions from these two team comps here?
My first impression is that Dinzbags doesn't have a lot of damage. into 3 tanks and a hyper carry powered up by Lulu. They have
Mhm.
Kai'Sa, which is going to deal a large portion of magic damage. Rise, obviously, all magic damage. Shen, mostly magic damage. And
Mhm.
maybe Hecarim has a little bit of dive, but they have Hecarim Shen, but they're going into Lulu set Sejuani. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like they're going to be able to get on this Ashe for sure. So I think the real question is how good can Dinzbag big set up vision and get these good flanks on? Because if it's just a front to back fight, this seems like it's going casually reformed all the way.
Yeah, definitely a lot of crowd control and possibilities. Kang, anything to add there?
I actually have to disagree. I think it's weird that we've actually essentially swapped our predictions after
Yeah.
that. But
This is
I
why I
actually
gave you the opportunity.
we should have waited. We should have
Too
waited.
greedy. Yeah.
But yeah, I actually think that Dinzbags have a really interesting comp. There's a lot of different things that you can play. I think traditionally, I've always favored the team with the more team fight heavy comp, but I think the way that Dinzbags can play the map, especially with the Bard roams, you have the Shen TP, of course. I think if they're able to shove in side lanes and try to get some sort of macro play going on around objectives and maybe play for picks with the Hecarim just running around trying to pick off somebody, I think they can actually get a pretty good lead early on before Casually Reform's comp can actually come online.
Yeah, I
Uh,
totally agree, and especially when you are moving your mouth so naturally, Kang,
Yeah.
as we can clearly see on stream by the picture. But
yeah.
in any case, your points, I definitely agree with. I do want to quickly before we go to a break, Jade in the chat has asked me to or asked about the standings, and so why don't I quickly read them off for you? Just because we're about to go into playoffs. We got Shapov Fan Club at number 1, Scaling number 2, Dinzbags number 3, GGG number 4, Casually Reformed, George Foreman Grill, SKT But Gold, Insidious Idiots, Century Esports, and Crispy Boys from 1st to 10th in the rankings. So that is your rundown of the standings. Now that we have gone over the draft, we are going to get into game 1. But first, we're going to take a real quick competitive integrity break. We'll be back in just a after
Oh
your
yeah.
league name. All of them are called Dinzy.
All right. Welcome
All
back,
right.
everyone.
And just as we realize the epic troll that Casually Reformed has managed to pull, on naming themselves all after Dinzy, that's going to be a little confusing to us, but no worries, we will figure it out. And we have game 1 to catch everybody up of Dinzbags versus Casually Reformed, the last best of 3 of the regular season that will be played on stream. And yeah, this is for some bragging rights. I think these two teams are locked into their spots. But everybody's going to playoffs, and so we are going to likely see these teams play each other again. There was some good trash talk coming in between these two, as well as between all of our teams. Everybody's been getting in on it, which I love. A ward already got taken down there by Dustin Campbell. I didn't see exactly where that was, but it looks like he went back to grab his sweeper there.
Yeah. Looks like it was just in the jungle or in the death bush where Shen is now. They were also able to take out a ward, so that does put Dinzbag firmly in the lead by having killed 1 ward so far. Congratulations, Dustin Campbell.
Yep.
So good early start for the Dinzbags.
The cleanse is here from Seafarence. Now, Stefano or
That
Kang,
doesn't work.
clarify for me. Does that work on Mordekaiser Ultimate? Because I believe
No,
it does not.
it does not.
So there are lots of reasons to take cleanse against this team. To be clear, you've got Sejuani and Ashe in particular, who are very very reliant on a big form of hard CC. But it does not work on the Mordekaiser Ultimate. I'm sure Seafarence knows that. Still kind of funny to see.
Yeah, definitely looks odd. I actually probably think that is the right call, just in
Yes.
terms of spells. Just because like he needs to stay safe in his lane,
Yeah.
and getting the cleanse away from the Sejuani will be very useful. So It definitely looks weird. Definitely we can get some what faces in Twitch chat, but
Yes.
probably the right call.
I think you're right. I think you just got to be getting away from that Sejuani. So, Seafarents, not the type to not understand that interaction. These are pretty good players, so it's not likely they are going to be making that kind of mistake. But for now, everything's going pretty smoothly. Both junglers did start in the bot lane, and so they're going to be heading up towards the top. Hecarim a little bit faster, of course. And now he's going to head towards the river and maybe go for some sort of scuttle control, but it won't be spawning a while. We'll see if this gank is able to come in. Royal. Ooh, Royal does manage to get the flash. So there's a nice gank coming in from Dustin Campbell. Very successful, though. He did blow his ghost as well.
Yeah, you know what? That's definitely a really big gang, really good gang blowing the flash so early on Royal. That's going to not only allow for some repeat value, but more importantly, that's going to allow Seafarens to play a little bit more aggressive. He doesn't have to be cautious of the flash on Royal for these engages. So really well played overall. Got a kind of cheeky little path there going behind the jungle, but worked out in the end.
Yeah, this is the first time, one of the first times I've ever seen Royal not start with a CS lead on Mordekaiser. So already you're impressed with Seafarens', got to be impressed with Seafarens' laning. But of course, that Hecarim gank has something to do with that. And otherwise, not a lot of action going on. They will trade scuttles here, and we'll see what happens up here in this top lane. No idea, actually took a bunch of damage before, but has healed it back up. And yeah, Seafarens out of mana now.
Yeah, importantly as well, he does have the phase rush, which is not only just good in normal matchups as Ryze, but incredible against Mordekaiser specifically.
Sure.
If you get Death Realmed, it's be very useful just to run away as fast as you can. As Sean drops a pink ward, it's going to be taken out right away for sure. But no, definitely a good call as Luminex is stepping a little bit far up, but directed camera likes to cut me off and goes right back to Royal.
Directed camera knows nothing's happening there. Seafarens, you can see, fully out of mana. So, you know, as much as Seafarens has been doing well, there isn't much he can do anymore against the Mordekaiser in this lane. No ideas, hit 5. Scoop Lord, no idea. Probably just going to batter away at each other up here.
Yeah, and that deep ward on the blue side blue is actually going to spot Hecarim. They know he's going to be leaving top side, so they could try to go for a play here onto Scoop Lord, potentially.
Yeah, potentially, and no idea is trying to get those trades, but actually Scoop Lord is doing quite well in this lane. Ending up winning the HP fight so far, and that Shen can be quite scary in the early game in terms of trades.
Yeah, absolutely. Though he is down in quite a lot of CS, he's competing. He seems to be hitting, or no idea. I guess having heard me and having a vendetta says that he's not going to be the weakest member of the team today, and is very much bullying his lane. Which Shen, not exactly one of the easier champions to bully in lane. He does have a surprisingly strong extended fight, though. He is against Set, so props to No Idea for being able to abuse his early game even into one of the tougher matches.
Yeah, for sure. Using that Set to his fullest laning potential there, and like you say, 10 CS lead coming through and is able to get the recall. And Scoop Lord, we have a disconnect here, so we're gonna have a pause just to make sure everything is all right. I will just check in on the players to see, but in this case, the early game has been pretty uneventful so far. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Looks like Dragon will be the next objective.
Yeah, just a couple of trades here and there. Junglers peeking out of the jungle every once in a while, blowing flashes. You know, just standard
normal
League of
stuff.
Legends. Nothing too crazy.
Something we haven't touched on just yet is the Hail of Blades on the Kaisa. Hail of Blades is like notoriously in early game runes. So Ken, can you let me know a little bit about that? I know you're a little bit against it on a lot of AD carries.
Yeah, I think so. The reason you pick Hail of Blades is to get your damage off faster. So when you're in for short trades, it can really help mitigate a lot of early game. What is going on?
Okay, hang on. Before you continue that, Dustin Campbell has been ulted by Royal, and he does manage to dodge out 1Q, but Royal will have it up right away again. That is the Shen ultimate, though, just in time. Royal's going to try and get away here, but here is Sean to join the fight. Low health bars everywhere. Seafarens has to flash away, but Sean's going to keep going in. Sean going way too far in the end. And Luminex was the one who turned the tides there. But actually, Wheelie on the Ash with full HP definitely going to make a difference here. And Dustin Campbell will go down because of it. Wheelie also being gifted that kill is really, really critical there. So that is going to be 1 kill over to Seafarens and 1 traded back over to Wheelie, as well as good dragon control and Sean coming down. So it looks like a win for Casually Reformed in this case.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they had the right idea. No idea being able to stop the teleport with the Facebreaker. Definitely huge in that fight, because I think if Scoop Lord was able to get that teleport off, that fight definitely goes the other way and potentially a dragon. But as I was saying, Halo Blades.
Yes, go ahead.
More for
Yeah,
lane.
we got a lull here.
More for lane. I personally don't like it. I prefer lethal tempo simply because it lasts longer and because it just feels nicer to have in the long run. And I usually just win lane anyways, so Halo Blades
there you
doesn't
go.
really
Yeah.
feel good to me.
Yeah, that is what happens when we play lane together. We win lane, yes.
Well, we'll see how Dinzy manages to utilize that Halo Blades on the Kai'Sa. It is maybe some sort of mitigation for the early laning phase against strong laners like Ashe and Lulu, but Luminex as well on the Bard, already having a lot of impact here. And Luminex is one of those players who is very, very good in the early game. So far in this league, Luminex has been a serious cause of leads gained here by Dinzbags in this series, or in this league, I should say. So, gotta keep an eye on that Bard. Now, back up to the top lane, it is a 70 CS lead for No Idea. So this set is going to start getting a little bit scary. And you even want... Okay, so the ultimate is blocked here by Dustin Campbell as he goes in. No Idea is going to have... Maker. He does manage to get a bunch of damage down, but the flash comes in, and that is going to be more than No Idea can chew. Bitten off right there. That is No Idea going down, even with the 30 CS lead in the top lane. Just overextends a little and manages to dissuade them from taking Rift Herald, but gives up his life for it.
Yeah, I mean, Sean needs to be looking for Dragon now. They know Scoop Lord doesn't have flash. They know he doesn't have ult for a little bit. Dustin Campbell, they know, doesn't have ult. So it should really be on Sean to look for the Dragon now.
You guys still seeing the game? Is that just my end?
No, not seeing the game.
You're not seeing it either? Okay, we may have had just a little bit of a blip there.
I think that was everybody.
There we go. Now it's back. So maybe we just had a little bit of a Rito issue, as you might say. But looks like we're back. Looks smooth now, so no problem. And also, we should point out Wheelie with a nice CS lead as well here. Violation and Wheelie doing well. And here's the ultimate coming in. Wheelie tries to get out of the Bard ultimate, but just can't quite get there. Violation still has that Lulu ultimate available and will hold off. But there's the ultimate traded for the Bard ult. And we'll see if they're able to take advantage of that. I would say the Ashe ult is definitely higher value.
Yeah, and I will say, as I was saying before I lagged out there, I really don't know why No Idea face checked that bush, because they saw Hecarim on blue. He knows where he is. He doesn't need to check the bush to know where he is.
They're coming in for, again, still no flash on No Idea. Oh, but they back up just as I say that.
It's a little scary now that the set, and actually you do see No Idea has gone for the Cull. And so it doesn't feel like he's going to be able to affect the map that well, but wants to use this lane lead anyway. So just going to keep farming up those minions. Bilgewater Cutlass as well finished on the set. And you can see definitely winning these trades against the Shen now. Impressive stuff from him. Dragon went down to the side of Casually Reformed on the bottom lane. So that is going to be Wheelie and Violation's prio that they found in the bot lane, getting that CS lead and getting that pressure, paying off there. So the Dragon does finally go down pretty late into the game for the first Dragon, and it's traded for the Rift Herald, but still, good job there from Casually Reformed for lane dominance.
Yeah, you still see obviously the 20 CS lead is so huge, especially for a team like the Dinzbags. They have 2 tiers on their team that obviously are looking to spike pretty hard mid game in order to be able to kind of snowball a little bit. As I say that though, West, take it away.
Royal went in for the ultimate, and actually Seafarent's a little tankier than maybe Royal bargained for. Good damage there onto Royal, and now Dustin Campbell's here, but with pretty low
Sean's coming.
mana and HP. Will Royal be able to get the tick down? The heal's going to come in, and Dustin Campbell's very low as well. Sean coming in, and the double kill comes through as Sean ultimate stuns him up before the Shen can come through. There's already a fight coming into the bot lane, and Dinz is way caught out here. There is the Bard ultimate. Will Dinzbag be able to get away? Lulu ultimate comes in now on Wheelie. Wheelie's not going to be able to get any sort of kill yet. He has the flash up. He's going to go in for the flash, and Violation ends up getting the kill with the picks. So that is going to be 3 kills super quickly over towards the side of Casually Reformed, and they have taken a commanding lead in this early game.
How do you not ban Mordekaiser against Royal? I feel like they should know this. Like, I feel like everyone should know this. We need this on a t-shirt. Never mind Kang Gang on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We need ban Mordekaiser's Royal on Royal's Mordekaiser on a t-shirt. 2v1ing there. He also gets a plate by himself.
And we've had a few disconnects, and so I wonder if there is something going on with the servers here.
Riot.
So this is a
Riot.
That's too bad about that. We're gonna have to look into this, but we'll have this pause come through. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about already in this game, but also if we do end up getting a bunch of people disconnecting, we may have to restart. Unfortunately, that may be the best way, because it looks like it's happening to both teams. We did see Violation as well take a couple of tower shots kind of for nothing. Yeah. Okay, everybody is in chat right now. So they're saying ready. It looks like they're going to keep going, and we're going to go through. If this happens again, we'll potentially look into some sort of other measures. But unfortunate that would happen right after a big team fight.
If it's happening to both teams, it's an even playing field.
I'm not sure that logic quite follows, but
if both people are losing, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Too bad about a couple of extra kills, but it looks like it actually didn't have much of an effect on the game. There was an execute that came in, but there were no actual kills found by that disconnecting. It looks like everybody is back.
That allows Lulu to instantly back, and I don't know if I like that advantage.
I mean,
give it over to CR.
She was on an 11-second. She was on an 11-second death timer though.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a wash, perhaps.
Yeah, it's maybe too hard to tell how the execute affected the game and
too close to call.
Exactly.
So anyway, the team fight, it was, like you say, Royal, it really does feel like it's getting to the level of Dinzbags Darius, where it changes, like, what you do in the game. This is something that happens in pro play too. Viper's Riven, for instance, is a high tier example, where it changes your entire draft for one player to be there. And I think Royal has reached that status with the Mordekaiser. And we saw it there. That wasn't even such an amazing mechanical play by Royal. It was just knowing exactly the limits of the champion. And I really, really enjoy watching that stuff, especially against Seafarent's a very skilled mid laner himself. So we are almost at the turret plating going away at points. That's 14 minutes. And Royal coming in for a fight onto Seafarent's. But Seafarent's using the phase rush to walk circles around him.
Yeah, I think if that hand hit, I think that might have been the end for Seafarent's there. With the Rylai's on him, even with the speed up, it's going to be really hard to get away from Royal now. So Seafarent's has to be very careful, or I guess any member on that team has to be very careful. They don't get grabbed by the Mordekaiser, because it won't be long if they do. Now Luminex with the Bard ulti.
Coming in with the ult. Beautiful timing on the stun there coming in from Luminex, and Wheelie's very, very low. Does finally manage to get taken down, and it is Sean and Violation. Not a lot of damage available. 4 versus 2 situation here, and all of them go down. 3 players killed on the side from the side of Dinzbag. So a really, really beautiful countered gank there. That is just great play there by Luminex. Something we've come to expect from him the entire series. And he continues to deliver with a really, really nice engage there onto Wheelie.
Yeah, and that play right there is why I favored Dinzbags after the draft, and it's just they have so many tools that they can use to get these off-brand engages
Yeah.
that they could really just catch casually reformed off guard a lot of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly what
really well
happened there.
played there by Dinzbags. But
It
you know,
is. Oh, sorry. Yang,
I was just
continue.
gonna say island top lane.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
it is noticeable that Violation felt the need to rush McHale's, which I do think is, even though they're not against a lot of CC, is going to be super useful for them. Ashe is obviously immobile, and all the characters that can really CC the Ashe only have one way of doing it. So if you're able to McHale's, the Shen Taunt, the Hecarim Fear, or the Rise route, then Ashe is just free to go and doesn't really have to be concerned about a lot else. What only problem really is Luminex, of course, on the Bard. But even still, that's still such a huge boon for the side of Casual Reformed.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
goodness.
We have another disconnect. Yeah, really unfortunate that we run into server issues that are beyond our control here. But we will continue on. I believe so far we've been lucky enough that it doesn't seem to have affected the game that much. And some of these players are talking about their internet being an issue as well. So we are going to just soldier on. Everyone's saying ready up, and they're coming back. So sorry, folks. Some things you just gotta play through, and this looks to be one of them so far.
This is like one of those like Dinzbag Chuck Norris memes waiting to happen. Dinzbags is so powerful that he is making everyone disconnect from the game just by sheer power force of
on
him
his
being
team and the
Dinzbag.
enemy team.
Exactly.
It's totally indiscriminate.
Wow, another one.
Yeah, there's the pause again.
Somebody get an EMF reader out. Maybe we gotta.
Yeah, exactly. Ghosts in the machine here.
Yeah, you gotta.
Dinzbag too powerful for League of Legends to contain in itself.
Yeah, definitely. We had a nice list of those posted. Maybe we'll post it up on our social media or something. I'm making promises I cannot keep at all right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
Can somebody grab the spirit box out of the truck, please?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're back, and maybe even for good. Dustin Campbell getting ulted up there by Royal. And Dinzbag is here on the side, but Dustin Campbell doesn't realize how fed Royal is, perhaps. We'll see if he's able to get out of this. And look at that.
Goodness.
That is crazy. The Ashe ultimate came in as well. Dinzbag, so much damage. Dustin Campbell now on the next one on the chopping block. Violation finishes that one off, and Royal is just huge. There is the block, though. Luminex, beautiful play. But Sean gets him anyway, baby. Sean goes for the flash under tower. Here's Luminex trying to get more damage. No Idea is here to save the day. So nice play by Sean. A good try by Luminex, and he was able to block the Sejuani ult there in a really deft way, but not enough. Though he did make Sean use his flash, so Luminex did what he could there. But nice play there by the Sejuani.
Yeah, on both sides of the map, Casual Reformed coming up big. No Idea got ganked, didn't even have his flash available, so didn't have to use it, and he got out for free. And on the other side, Royal effectively 2v1ing, getting a double kill.
Yep.
And on top of that, Sean picks up Luminex. Just a very nice series of events for the side of Casual Reformed.
Yeah, and you can see they've established about 1,000 gold lead, which is not very high, but they also have 2 dragons, so that is definitely going to start stacking up those mountain dragons if they continue to control this. The mountain soul on the side of Casually Reformed will be so powerful on these champions like Set, Sejuani, Mordekaiser, who are building HP. Those resistances are going to be huge, so. Gonna keep looking for that dragon. It's a bit of a late soul this time, boys, but doesn't mean it's not gonna come in. This, if I'm looking across, so far 1 tower has fallen in the entire game at 17 minutes. So more interested in fighting than taking down towers are these teams.
Sean comes top lane. Ulti comes out.
Ultimate coming in there, and Scoop Lord actually is going to go down. It looked like he might get out there, but Sean with the crowd control able to do enough, and so another advantage goes over. That's the top lane this time, and They're not letting me have a break here. I shouldn't go on so
When
much
did
about
you do this?
analysis stuff,
Yeah.
but there you go. Dustin Campbell comes in, but as he drives by, Royal just ults him so that so that Steve Ferentz doesn't have anybody to fight anymore, and Royal is just absolutely taking over. This is shades of last season in the amateur league when Royal just absolutely stomped everybody in lane. It's just so good that he's able to, like, he's just able to make such an impact with this champion when he gets ahead, and that's exactly what's happening now.
Yeah, I wish I waited for my prediction till after draft, because just if Royal gets Mordekaiser, it's like if Dinzbag gets Darius, it's just a free W for that team.
This actually
4-0-2.
This match is a perfect example of a really good time to wait till after draft, because you've
Yes.
got Darius and Mordekaiser potentially being picked. Here's the ultimate coming in from Wheelie, but actually nice ultimate by Illuminex there to protect, and Wheelie going to do some BM recalling, but now is actually going to have to run away.
He was almost in a real bad spot there.
Yeah.
That was some good BM, but man, if Dustin Campbell had Ghost and Alt, that was a dead wheelie.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would have done the same thing. Also.
Yeah, but you're bad. Like what?
Oh man.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
I didn't flame you on air. It's fine.
Yeah. No, we encourage that here.
Yeah.
At the Manitoba Esports League, and the Dragons about to come up. Casually Reformed, like you say, are ahead here, and but they don't have control of the pit, so we'll see what this Dragon fight brings.
Okay.
Yeah. It is important that No Idea doesn't have the teleport available, whereas Scoop does have not one but 2 teleports available.
Yes.
So it should be No Idea now pushing this last wave, then running down now. He's already a little bit too late on this rotation. Hopefully, for the side of Casual Reform, they don't start it up too early without No Idea there. And it looks like they are going to make the play that they're going to push one more wave in mid lane, which is definitely the right call.
No Idea is going to walk down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So they are looking for this dragon. They use, just as you say, the Rift Herald. And Dinzbag's still kind of hanging around, but this is not a fight that looks very good for them. It's just such control here. Here's Seafarens kind of getting spicy, but very, very unlikely he gets anything done. And Dinzbags do indeed make the decision to give this one up.
Soul Point already 20 minutes in for the side of Dinzbags. A Mountain Dragon is not what you want to see on a team with a Mordekaiser, Sejuani, and Set. So definitely going to have to fight the last one, even though they didn't fight this one on the side of Dinzbag.
Yeah. And actually Lulu.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody who gets Lulu ulted is getting even more benefit from that Mountain Soul. So, yeah, Dinzbags definitely want to fight over this 4th dragon.
Even the shields take the resistances of the person they're cast on into account, so extra effective on Lulu. Even that's a feels bad man from the side of Dinzbags.
Yeah.
Importantly, though, Rise is scaling up. He does have his rod, which is going to scale fully by the time the next dragon's up. He just finished his Archangels now, as I was talking.
The Seraphs, just completed as you said it. Yep.
So definitely Rise has a huge power spike right now. He probably not strong enough to take on Royal, but probably not weak enough to be solo killed by it. But No Idea not being solo killed, but definitely being killed.
Oh, No Idea actually got a lot of damage there, but it wasn't enough. Scoop Lord with the build, you can see the armor coming in. It's actually the Bomby's Cinder as well as the Bramble Vest already. So really, really good dueling power for Scoop Lord against a close range auto attacker. And No Idea just couldn't take him down fast enough, even with his strength, before the reinforcements arrived. So that's Scoop Lord coming back a little bit there. Still a big CS lead for No Idea, but he bit off more than he could chew in that situation. So nice play there by Dinzbags to catch him out, pardon me.
Also, just to quickly touch on the build, it does look like Sean is going for the Knight's Vow to put on to Wheelie, which I gotta say I love for their team. This Ashe is going to be so well and safely protected, assuming they don't get Bard ultied.
Yeah, that is the ultimate coming in, and not even a chance to catch him, to save him there for the Lulu. Actually, Violation didn't even bother using the ultimate. It just didn't look good for him. to try to do that. And so is this going to signal a Baron call for Dinzbags? They are kind of working their way towards that side of the map, but the jungler's still available. This huge Mordekaiser is still on the map, and as well, no idea on the set. So looks like they're not interested in actually doing the Baron so much as just getting vision around it. But actually, I really like the vision that's come through from Casually Reformed. You can see peppering through key choke points are those wards. Royal taking a bunch of damage, and they do want to keep chasing. Yeah, the taunt doesn't land, and so we'll see what Royal can do, but now there's 5 on him. He's surviving so long. He does cast the ultimate, and Scoop Lord goes down, so Royal takes one down with him in a blaze of glory, but that may signal the Baron call here for Dinzbags.
It is a 4v4 now as Casual Reformed is pushing up into the Baron. They are definitely not going to give this one up without a fight. There's no ultimate on Bard. There's no ultimate on Kaisa or Hecarim. They know this, whereas lots of ultimates available for the side of Casual Reformed.
Here it comes. There's the Sejuani ultimate, and Dinzbag has gone down very, very early in the fight. See Ference trying to run away and get that damage down. Dustin Campbell so slow from the wheelie auto attacks, and Ashe does manage to take him down, and that is the jungler going down. So they got baited there by the Luminex stun onto a couple of members there, and that gave Sean enough time to get in position to throw the ultimate out. Dinzbag just a little out of position there, and that is going to be Baron for free for Casually Reformed. Just a really, really nice response there. Actually, here comes the teleport, and they're doing it rather slowly, I have to say. So Scoop Lord is wanting to come in and make something happen here, but Scoop Lord, yes, he is going huge burst coming in, and he takes down Wheelie, and now, even with the Baron taken down, Casually Reformed is not in a great spot. Scoop Lord has gotten another kill. Violation's totally stuck out, and it just took them too long, boys.
Yeah. One damage character and isn't really going to take Baron quickly. They fortunately do get it, and they have it on 2 different members still. Yeah. But not perfect, but still an overall win for Casual Reformed as the final dragon comes up soon.
Yeah, look at the gold. So close still. And the dragon, like you say, coming up very soon. And yeah, so that is coming up in 30 seconds. And so they will all be spawned in time, potentially even to contest this scuttle. So they are, Dinzbags with the Baron still do look good for getting this Dragon Soul if they can get the lanes pushed out. But really, really hero play from Scoop Lord there to come in and get that kill onto Wheelie. It kind of saved them, you could say. So nice play there on the teleport.
Him and Seafarens both, and now Seafarens 7-1 on this rise, going to be an absolute monster. Is very hard as the Enchanted Arrow comes out and goes just wide.
Through the goalpost did that one come, and now the Scuttle Crab has spawned, but the dragon is actually being attacked. Wheelie going for the dragon, and Violation gets caught out. Will Violation be able to get out of this? Here comes Dustin Campbell going out. Wheelie's caught out super early in the fight. There's no damage left here on the side of Casually Reformed. They're taking so much damage. It's only Royal going after Dinzbag. Dinzbag uses the cleanse to get away. Royal does manage to take him down, and here's No Idea on the back line. How is he still alive? No Idea is there. Royal somehow gets another one as well. That's the 2v1 for Royal on the back line, and somehow Casually Reformed, oh my god, I can't even speak, still manages to win this fight. It's 3 for 2 in the end, and the low health bars do mean that Dinzbags might look to go for this. Junglers both dead, and so yeah, Seafarens, they are going to be able to get this Mountain Drake. So that is the one silver lining, but meanwhile, Royal and No Idea are pushing in the mid lane. Here's the ultimate for Seafarens to finish off Lulu, no problems there, but this inhibitor is going down.
No Idea needed to have TP'd there way sooner. You have such a strong front line to protect the Ashe, but it doesn't matter if your front line is CSing top lane. He even had the opportunity earlier to come down and teleport to the minion wave in bot side to get a good flank off if they needed, but he comes in so late after Wheelie died. If it wasn't on the back of Royal, they would have been completely wiped, but Royal and Seafarens doing a cosplay of each other, both 2v1ing on opposite sides of the fight.
Ridiculous.
But a nice swing for the side of Dinzbags, and pretty large misplay by the side of Casually Reformed.
Yeah, it's like you say, the only reason Casually Reformed, you could say they kind of came out ahead in that fight was because Royal is just huge right now. This
Mm.
Mordekaiser is just so impossible to deal with. You see the abyssal mask, or sorry, the adaptive helm built now on the Mordekaiser. That's going to protect against the Rise, which is the main threat. But of course, it also protects against Kai'Sa because it protects against the damage dealing effects of Kai'Sa's spells there and autos. So that's a really efficient buy coming in for Royal, and he's going to be nigh unkillable in the next fight.
Yeah, Dinzbags with the man immune fully stacked though, so a little bit of AD added on top of that as well.
Did just finish the Rage Blade as well.
Yes, yeah, and the QSS. So Dinzbag, he had the QSS in this past fight. That's why he survived as long as he did. But yeah, it really is going to be up to Dinzbag and Seafarens to stay safe here, because the back, like you say, the front line of Casually Reformed is so powerful right now. If they can just weather the storm a bit to the point where Shen and Hecarim can start peeling a little bit more effectively, and they can buy a little more time, I think that they can outdamage their counterparts in the team fight. The problem is, Royal is nowhere near being outdamaged in this game. And very exciting stuff to watch here.
Luminex looking aggressive.
Yeah, going for some vision. And actually, here's the Shen ultimate. He's going to go for the double taunt. Will he be able to get it? There's Dinzbag going into the back line. Violation has to use this ultimate on himself. Does manage to get taken down in the end, but that bought a good amount of time. Wheelie trying to go for some kills here, but he takes a bunch of damage as well. And Sean did manage to get out, so only the Lulu killed there, but Luminex with a very nice pick. That is going to open up the map considerably here for Dinzbags, and we'll see what they're able to do with that pressure. Top lane and bottom lane both have mini waves pushing it against them, so it looks like all they're going to be able to do is get some map control, some vision, and push out those lanes.
Oh, I thought Kang was going to go. All right.
We heard Kang intake of breath.
Luminex is insane, and so is this connection as Scoopboard DCs once again.
We had a nice period there of no disconnects, but of course it was only for that short amount of time. It was not to be forever, of course. So we are
have the
going
Bard
to...
portal noise forever now.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. It's quite spooky, actually, isn't it?
It's very Space Invader-y.
Yeah. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So it's sort of, it sounds like, like an old black and white alien film.
Exactly. That was an amazing impression.
Thanks. Yeah. I'll give you that again.
We should just, like, every time you see a Bard portal from now on, just stop commentating and just do the...
I'll work it in. We'll see how smoothly I can get it into my my flow there.
All right.
Hang on. Wait.
We're just watching now.
No, okay. It's not happening. Okay.
All right.
So the ward gets taken down up there. Everybody is back in the game, and the Baron is up in 20 seconds. So Dragon being up in 124, and so that it may be the priority there for Casually Reformed. Of course, we mentioned how effective this Mountain Soul would be if they could get it. But dead even in gold, not even 100 gold separating these two teams. And this might be a little bit of a death bush coming in. We'll see.
Yeah.
Dinzbag, you can tell he kind of wants to go. Luminex is going up here. He's got the sweeper. They're not aware of him yet.
Get the sound effect ready.
Yeah, I'm almost ready to do it. I am ready to do it. No, it is Luminex going to just back off that death bush. Not successful. Good job of Dinzbags to be aware that could be a possibility. And it looks like the Baron is here. The thing is, Baron might be the call here for Casually Reformed, because they know that that Dinzbags cannot afford to give them that last dragon. Here's the flash.
No!
The anti-synergy from No Idea and Wheelie. Here's the ultimate from Sean, but absolutely no reason to ult him there, because Dinzbag is far away at that point. And that is
you hate to see
not
it.
what you like to see, that's for sure. Real shame. No Idea blows the flash. Wheelie blows the ult. Sean blows the ult. Just
wow.
not good. Not good there.
That's gonna be 2 key ultimates blown for this next fight at Dragon.
And sensuous.
I'm
And the
not going to do it
flash
every
for
time.
no
It
idea.
seems totally annoying. But here is the dragon fight. Now remember, those two ultimates
Oh,
are
Hecarim
down.
had to
But
ulti
are
out.
they going to be able to get anything? Like you say, Hecarim ulti is down. Here is the steal. No,
Okay,
it doesn't
Dragon
come
Soul.
through. So that's the Mountain Soul. Will it be able to win
Royal
this
zoning for people.
fight? Scoop Lord taking a lot of damage. Wheelie going for the kill. Scoop Lord
Dinzbag
goes
diving
down.
in
Dinzbag's
1v5.
way in the back line. And Dinzbag not going to be able to do much as he ults into the back of everyone.
Royal zoned 4 people,
Yeah.
killed one of them, and then was so threatening. Dinzbag literally decided to commit suicide instead of being around Royal longer. Ultis to the back of the fight, hard ins.
Oh man.
That's some Kaisa spotting right there.
Definitely true, yeah. And I mean, what are you even supposed to do against this Mordekaiser? Once you see that adaptive helm, you're like, well, I'm not doing damage to him for the rest of the game. Okay, sounds good. The Baron as well goes down. This Mountain Soul and Baron has set Casually Reformed up for a very clear win condition here. And this is their game to lose at this point in game 1 of this series.
Yeah, as soon as they got Mountain Soul, this game was so hard to win for the side of Dinzbags, and the Baron is just the cherry on top.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely true. Yeah, and yeah, Seafarron's still playing very well, 9-1-5 on the rise, but just isn't able to get the damage down. And Royal uses his ultimate, and by the time it comes back up and Seafarron's might be able to get on the Mordekaiser,
Oh no.
fight's already over, but No Idea might be in trouble of his own. The Haymaker comes out, and you can see No Idea does a lot of damage, but Seafarron's is legendary coming in with the kill onto the set. Dinzbag's alone over here, and I don't know, Dinzbag.
Dinzbags?
Oh, hang on, the Shen
Ooh.
ultimate coming in, and
Oh,
here is the Bard
Dinzbag.
ultimate
Okay,
as well.
Dins,
Is this
500 IQ.
8 right now? The Lulu goes down. Dustin Campbell finishes that one off, and Dinzbag, he knew that Shen ultimate was up. I like that play a lot. They greeted for him a little bit there and absolutely punished for it. There's the disconnect once again. Keep on pausing, keep on coming back, and we will finish this game eventually, folks. We will see after this game what the players want to do. There's the potential we could wait until it feels like the servers have stabilized, because this is not the ideal situation. Of course, this is not ideal conditions to play in. So we'll on our break after the game, we will take a quick chat with the players and see what they would like to do, and we will be open to different options there. But for now, we're waiting for players to come back. Looks like they're readying up. It's just real quick disconnects. Very, very unfortunate that this is happening because, oh man, too bad. But
Yeah.
very exciting game regardless here. And luckily, as we said, the disconnects have not really affected the game as far as we can tell. It really does look like it's just been happening when everybody's kind of in base. So been lucky in that respect. And the push comes down though, and the towers not in favor yet of Dinzbags, but they are doing well with map control. Good vision across their jungle and working up towards the inhibitor tower. And CR is a little out of position here.
Royal, everyone run.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Royal's here. Get out of here. And yeah.
Yeah. All Casually Reformed has to do is group now. Just get your waves pushing. No Idea, a little bit too ambitious with it. Died early. I believe they still have Baron for about a minute longer. They can easily still just walk mid, take the open inhibitor.
Yeah.
Can't really be fought when they're together, but we'll see if they're able to, have the solo queue classic and not just split until they lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, go for it, King.
I was just gonna ask if this would be the first appearance of an Elder Dragon
in the entire league.
In the entire league, yeah.
It isn't common, but it would not be the first, I believe. I think there have been a few games that have gone this late, and Elder Dragons have been taken.
Okay.
But it is rare in our league. We play pretty aggressively and we play pretty quickly, and games snowball. So
LPL Light, you heard here first.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. LPL heavy.
LPL is actually the Manitoba Esports League Academy League.
That's
so like
right.
when they graduate
Yeah.
the LPL, then they can maybe come up
Eventually
and play
they'll
with
be
the
able to compete with the likes of Dinzbag and FPS
Yeah,
leggy.
exactly. Exactly.
FSG leggy, I should say. FPS. I've been playing too much Valorant. Tune in, by the way, on Monday and Tuesday. Not this week, but we got Valorant as well. Follow us on Twitch. Okay, so Dinzbag now does not have the flash available, so they're gonna wait until maybe that comes back up to think about fighting. Most of the other summoners are available though, as a bit of a lull. And the gold has stayed so even, guys. It's been really close the entire time. Teams swinging back and forth, but Casually Reformed generally having control. In particular, that Mountain Soul being the huge advantage they've got right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard for the damage on Dinzbags to cut through it. We see Seafarens is working towards his Void Staff, but Dinzbag is still working on his the AP attack speed item. I'm blanking on the name.
Oh, Gnasher's Tooth.
Gnasher's Tooth. There you go. He's still working on the Gnasher's Tooth. He's going to be running into a lot of MR on the side of them, so he's going to need some form of penetration in order to get through and actually be a threat in this game.
No, Quincy says penetration, right?
Oh, Quincy's does have penetration. It's not a lot, though.
It has penetration, but you're talking about a Mountain Soul plus a, like, strong set and Sejuani here. I'm not sure the Gwynsu stacking penetration is going to be quite sufficient.
It's like 15, isn't it?
I thought it was 25. It might be 15. It's probably 15.
25 is non-trivial. That's maybe our statisticians in chat can hit us up with the numbers there. For now, we will agree that Gwynsu's may not be quite enough. Violation has to flash away here. Luminex now going for the ultimate. Doesn't catch anyone this time, but Wheelie has already had to flash, and Dustin Campbell's going to go for him anyway. Wheelie's put way back, and there's the ulti coming in from the Lulu. Will Sean be here in time? No, Sean's not going to be able to do anything, and Luminex and Seafarens take those two down. So even with the Mountain Soul, it is going to be the advantage coming through, and this is Elder
setting up
Dragon.
for another back door.
Wait,
this is going to be Sean stopping the port again.
Teleport.
No idea. Teleport in, please.
This is Royal coming in. Scoop Lord is here to face him, but Scoop Lord will not be enough. Sean's trying to stop them here. Sean's trying to stop them, but he has to go away because Seafarens is very, very powerful, and Royal did have to back off. So only the inhibitor, basically the inhibitor traded for the Elder Dragon, which is definitely going to be fine on the side of Dinzbags. They're totally fine with that.
Baron is coming up soon, so it is almost certainly going to boil down to this last fight. But Casually Reformed has to stop getting caught out like this. Just group up together, like what is exactly still not happening here. That was the ultimate from Sejuani, as I'm sure maybe Sean lagged out again, but
that was Scoop Lord,
Scoop Lord, yeah. In any case, Casually Reformed just stick together. You cannot play these games where you're trying to get the maximum value out of pushing side lanes when you're against Bard with his Tempered Fate, and more importantly, when you're against Luminex with his Tempered Fate. He's been so good on them. They just have to group, and they can win a 5v5. And with Baron coming up, because they're negligent so far, it's the side of Dinzbags that has the Elder Dragon and can reasonably look to take this fight.
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to get once again a pause, but like you say, Baron's about to come up, and this could be what it all comes down to here. The Mountain Soul going to make a big difference in the fight, but if Casually Reformed get caught out again, that definitely could be the difference there. So have to be very careful, play it very close to the chest, but at the same time use this advantage before the Ryze and Kai'Sa outscale them. Here's the Baron. Now the vision control going over. Dinzbag taking out a ward there, but it's immediately replaced. And that is the two teams now just sort of dancing a little around Baron, but it definitely is Dinzbags who've got control, and they're going to be able to get this Scuttle Crab as well. The move speed very, very useful here on their team. And they're actually just going to start it right up. Another ward went down, and they're going to have to disable that, but it's going down so fast, and Sean trying to get in, but he can't. He has to flash back over. Violation now gets ulted up. Here's Wheelie, though. A lot of damage from the backline. Wheelie so far untouched. Luminex now in the front trying to get this damage down, but Royal goes down. He's been outscaled by Seafarens, who uses both of his summoner spells to win that fight, and it's a 4-for-1 on the side of Dinzbags. Huge fight coming in from them, and they also get the Baron. It's no idea. Didn't even manage to teleport in time. He just pushed instead, and so it was a 4v5 on the side of favoring Dinzbags, and so if they're able to get this trade into this tower, that's going to be huge, but looks like they might not be able to get anything. Death timer's pretty long, though.
Yeah, as soon as No Idea saw them starting a Baron, he just has to TP. He can't be waiting to use his teleport as a response to the Shen. He just needs to be there. If he had been there, that would have gone completely different. But as a result, they're going to lose the Baron. They're going to lose the mid inhib. They're probably going to lose top inhib soon. And for the first time, what feels like half an hour, it's Casual Reformed that are on the back foot.
Yeah, and it's reflected in the gold. There we go. 4,000 in the lead are Dinzbags, and they're managing to take down more towers. Here comes the ultimate, though. Seafarens gets caught out. Sean going to go in for the follow-up CC, but Seafarens is so strong. Really did a lot of damage there, but No Idea from the side with the engage. There's Seafarens finally goes down. Shutdown comes in. Dustin Campbell goes down as well. And here's Scoop Lord trying to get something done, but Wheelie going to be able to survive only just as they do manage to win that fight, and it immediately goes back in the favor. Are they going to be able to end it here? They're going for the mid lane, but the inhibitor did go down, so they've got super minions to contend with. Death timers are pretty long, but Dinzbag and Luminex are both up. They're pretty powerful at this point, so we'll see what they're able to do in terms of defending their base. It's 5 versus 2 with 30 seconds left on the closest player to respawn. Will Casual Reform be able to end this one?
This is definitely going to be close no matter what happens. Casual Reform has to be so careful there. If they lose too much or if they take too long, it's going to be the side of Dinzbags coming back. But as the TP comes in for Scoop Lord, they may have done it.
Ult comes in. There's Dinzbag going down. Turret goes down. They're going to keep going for him. Royal goes in with the ultimate. 5 seconds left. No, the Nexus is going to go down. Casually Reformed will take game 1 in a back and forth slugfest. Huge game, huge plays from both teams, and that is a ridiculous game.